Good day, everybody. Welcome back, or welcome to It's a Small Vlog. And today I am here at EPCOT, the Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. And today is Sunday, December 1st. And you know what that means. We have our annual Festival of the Holidays video here at EPCOT, which is running now until the end of the year, December 31st. As per usual, we're going to be going around trying all new foods, taking a look at some of the new merchandise. There's some new stuff happening in Communicore Hall and Plaza, which we're going to go check out as well. And I have to say, the weather here today is absolutely gorgeous outside. It's in like the low 60s. It's bright and sunny outside. I must say, gorgeous weather here in the Central Florida area during this first week of December. So it's gonna make today's video all the more enjoyable. If you've been following along with the channel, today's pretty much gonna be a very chill video. You guys pretty much know what to expect. But again, I'm gonna continue the same tradition that anything that I've tried on camera over the past 2 years, I will not be trying on camera this year. So it's gonna be a ton of fresh new food reviews for you guys. But anyway, let's head into World Celebration. And our first stop is gonna be over at Communicore Hall and Plaza. All right, we have made it to Communicore Hall and Plaza. And again, if you've been keeping up with the channel, or I guess really just the entire Disney community, you know that Communicore Hall kind of sucks. So we looked at it at the beginning when it first opened, and it was not good. And then we looked at it during Food and Wine Festival, and it was also not that great. So we have another festival. We have Festival of the Holidays. Maybe it'll be a little bit better, we'll see. But we do have one thing here. I'm not gonna actually get anything here, but they do have something which is really cute. It's called the Experimental Prototype Cookies of Tomorrow. And you can get a Gingerbread Spaceship Earth tile, which is something that we're gonna look at. I'm not gonna get it, but there is something inside that is related that I do wanna show you guys. Okay, Communicore Hall, let's go. Oh yeah, it's not better. Oh, I hate to be a Debbie Downer. I mean, this is pretty though. They have some nice Christmas trees. Glittering Grove, presented by Balsam Hill. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is very pretty. And then you have the cookie station right over here with some fun facts over on that wall. So this is something really, really cool. This is a Gingerbread Spaceship Earth, which is phenomenally well done. And they have lights and everything that resemble the actual one outside, which is super, super cool. And then this timer here at the bottom, we have 3 minutes until they do a little light show on the Gingerbread Spaceship Earth. And then these Gingerbread Spaceship Earth tiles are what you can actually buy over at the cookie station. I mean, this is great. This is fantastic. I just noticed, if you look very closely, there's a little hidden Mickey right there. Love those little details by Disney. And then on the other side of Communicore Hall, facing the Communicore Plaza area, we have some of the festival merchandise. We got mugs. We got a little cookie container, which is really cute. Sweaters. New this year, if this looks familiar, with the Imagination Pavilion logo on it, this is the sweater that Figment dons in the attraction during Christmas time, and they finally turned it into an actual product. So if you are a big Figment fan or a big EPCOT fan in general, you are definitely gonna want to get your hands on one of these. I probably will not be getting one, but they are super cute and very soft as well. Very, very soft. We got some other lines of merchandise over here, donning a blue color scheme rather than red. Okay, so I will say this, the Spaceship Earth Gingerbread was fantastic. The little light show that they do, it was great. It's only like a 2.5 to 3 minute show, but that was fantastic. Other than that, I mean, the little cookie stand, like, don't get me wrong, the name is super duper cute, Experimental Prototype Cookies of Tomorrow. I love the name, nothing that I really need to get there. You can buy a Gingerbread Spaceship Earth tile. The merchandise is fine, and then, you know, they have some Christmas trees. It's just, I don't know, I still don't think that Communicore Hall is living up to its full potential. I definitely think it's better that they did the Festival of the Holidays stuff in there a lot better than Food and Wine. I mean, again, that Gingerbread Spaceship Earth is absolutely fantastic. Get in there if you can. They do a quick little show like every 15 minutes, and it draws in a pretty sizable crowd, which is good. But I still don't think that it's living up to its full potential. But let me know, what do you think in the comments below? Have you seen Communicore Hall yet at all during Festival of the Holidays, during Food and Wine? And let me know, what do you think of it? Really quick, before we move on, over here in Communicore Plaza, not only do they have the main stage where the Encanto show takes place, but on the opposite end, near the Imagination Pavilion, they installed a second stage for Joyful, which is a holiday little concert that usually happens over by the World Showcase, but now they have moved it over here. All right, our first stop for the 2024 Festival of the Holidays is going to be the Mele Mocha Holiday Kitchen. All right, we are going to be starting off with dessert today, and they have a new cookie this year for the holiday cookie stroll at the Mele Mocha Kitchen, and this is the Coffee Mocha Cookie. And just by the looks of it, it almost looks like a crumble cookie, so it must be good. This thing is pretty darn big, so let's try it. Okay, the cookie itself, excluding the frosting, just the cookie itself, kind of tastes like a snickerdoodle cookie. Not as good though, it's more heavy on that cinnamon flavor, but it's still good. It's soft, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, which is what we like. And then the frosting is supposed to be a mocha infused frosting, but I'm not really getting a ton of mocha. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a mocha infused buttercream. I'm getting more cinnamon. I'm getting more of like a cinnamony kind of autumnal flavor, but it's good because the nice part about this is that buttercream is usually kind of heavy, and this buttercream frosting is not particularly heavy. It's not sickeningly sweet, which is a nice change of pace for a while. I'm not really sure what this little bean is, but let's try it. I think it's a chocolate covered almond. It's pretty good. Yeah, overall, not too bad. This was not a bad cookie. I think it was lacking in the coffee flavor. It tastes more of like a cinnamony snickerdoodle cookie with just some very light buttercream on top. So if you're not a big fan of mocha or coffee, you'll actually like this because I think the coffee flavor is pretty light. So not too bad. I thought this was a good new offering that they have. I'd probably give this like a 7 out of 10. All right, well, as per usual, you knew it was coming. Our next stop is the China stand, and I know we're very early into this video still, but I'm already gonna pretty much make the assumption that China is probably the best stand once again for Festival of the Holidays this year. So we have a new dish. We have the XO fried rice, and then of course China always has bubble tea Well, for this festival, I got so giddy when I saw this. They have the Taro milk tea. Usually the bubble tea's usually around $7 or $8. This was, I think, like $8.50 or $8.75, but it comes in this humongous thing, and it's just only this one size. And if you guys have never tried Taro bubble milk tea, I don't even know how to describe it other than it is probably one of, if not the best milk tea flavor out there. So I'm gonna save this for last. We're going to try the fried rice first, but I can already tell you right now, China's probably gonna be the best stand for Festival of the Holidays once again for what, the third year in a row that I've been doing this. Hello. Let's try our fried rice. Dig in deep. Look how good this looks. This looks awesome. So good. Ooh, it's got a little kick to it actually. I don't know where that kick is coming from, but it's got a little kick to it, and I kind of like it. Okay. So digging through here, you know, you got your eggs, you got some celery, you got some mushrooms. Here, little mushroom right there. They're not super big. I think these are shiitake ones. Yeah, they're pretty good. This fried rice, absolutely fantastic. It is the most expensive thing on the menu. I would have maybe liked a slightly bigger portion, but it does have a bit of a kick to it. Not a ton though, it's kind of mild, but typically you don't get spice from fried rice, but it's still really good. If you're not a mushroom person, you may not like this, but you can't even really taste the mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms don't usually have a lot of flavor to them anyway, so it's really more of a texture thing more than anything if you're not a mushroom person. Would highly recommend. I'd probably give this like a 9 out of 10. I just would have maybe liked a few less mushrooms and a slightly bigger portion, but other than that, would highly recommend the XO fried rice. All right, and now the moment we've all been waiting for, the Taro milk tea. Look at this view. Look at this view, guys. I'm drinking some Taro bubble tea on the World Showcase Lagoon. Life is good today. Life is good. Let's try some. Wow, that's a little bit stronger than what I'm used to. Usually the Taro, it's a little bit lighter. This one, they pack a punch with this Taro flavor. It's good, but usually, I don't know why, but I think I'm usually more accustomed to bobas that are a little bit lighter on the Taro flavor, and the boba itself is all the way down at the bottom, so I'm not actually getting any. Yeah, they are not messing around with this Taro. I would highly recommend this, easily, probably a 10 out of 10. You can't go wrong with this. It is kind of expensive, but it comes in this massive, like, I think the best way to describe this is like a Starbucks, like, venti size. It's huge, and this is the only size it comes in. Please visit the China stand. You will not regret it. The other two things that are on the menu are two previous items that I did try, I think 2 years ago. They have a beef stew, which is great, and then they also have veggie spring rolls. You can't go wrong with the China stand. They have some fantastic stuff. The fried rice was great. This is great. It's so good. All right, sorry, I've been kind of all over the place, but this is our next dish. This is the beef bourguignon from Canada, and this is something that's been a festival staple for a while, and I've just never really gotten the chance to try it. But once again, we have a beautiful view alongside the World Showcase Lagoon. I'm excited to try this. I think this is gonna be good. Ooh, I can see the smoke off this beef. We got some gravy, some beef, and it has some mashed potatoes at the bottom. Let's try this. You know, the thing with Disney beef, sometimes it can be a hit or miss. I've experienced multiple occasions where the beef has been delicious, and plenty of times where it's been not so delicious. This dish though, this is great, and the price is about $7 for this. For a meat dish at Disney, this is a decent portion. This is great. It may not look like the most appetizing thing in the world. Once you get in there, oh, it's fantastic. Look at this. Look at those mashed potatoes. You can see that smoke. Look at that smoke. Hot and fresh, delicious. Honestly, 10 out of 10. This was great. Would highly recommend the beef bourguignon from Canada. Fantastic. All right, our next stop is here at Nochebuena Cocina, which is actually right next to the Mocha kitchen. And we are actually going to be getting a drink. We're going to be getting the Christmas punch. All right, we have our punch, which is actually served warm. It's not served cold. So there's a lot of very interesting things in here, so I actually don't really know how this is going to go, but it intrigued me, so I wanted to try it. I don't have very high expectations, but we're gonna try it. Oh, that's hot. That's really hot. There is so much happening in this drink. Whew. So first sip, it kind of reminds me of a hot apple cider a little bit, and that's essentially what it is. It's basically a hot apple cider, but it has a lot of different spices in it. I think they said that it had cinnamon, cloves, maybe a little bit of nutmeg or something. It has a lot of very interesting spices in it that make it a little autumnal. This is a very cozy drink. I'm getting some apple and a little bit of pear. Better than I thought. It's definitely interesting. If you want kind of like a fun little twist on an apple cider, then I think you'll like this. If you're not really a fan of apple cider, this has some other spices in it that make it unique. So it's a very acquired taste. You may not like this, but if you're in the mood for something hot and kind of cozy, but you don't really want like a hot chocolate, you want more of an apple cider kind of drink, then yeah, I would recommend this. But if you don't like all of the spices that it comes with, maybe avoid this. I like it though. Not bad. 7 out of 10. For context, this is what the inside looks like. So there's a cinnamon stick inside, there's some diced up pears, you can see some of the spices floating around. It looks kind of gross, not gonna lie, but it's actually pretty good. The spices pair together pretty nicely, but it is an acquired taste. And for our last stop of the day, we're here at Holiday Hearth Desserts at the Odyssey, and we're gonna be getting something that's been a festival staple for many, many years, and I've never actually tried it. And that is going to be the Spaceship Earth Salted Caramel Cookie. Target acquired. Look how cute this is. I mean, when it comes to the presentation, they really knocked it out of the park with this Spaceship Earth cookie. I think this is going to be really good. Look at that. Look at the caramel, like, inside there. It's funny because before I had this cookie, I felt like this could either be really good or this would suck. This does not suck. This is fantastic. Look at all that caramel in there. And the cookie itself is really soft. Like the top is like a vanilla, and then on the bottom it's like a gingerbread almost. So you get a nice flavor profile there. And then the caramel sandwich in the middle is soft and gooey. It's so funny. This cookie has been a staple for Festival of the Holidays for years. And I don't know why I'd never gotten it before. I've just always overlooked this cookie. It is really fantastic. I don't know why this isn't part of the cookie stroll though. If I were Disney, I would probably add this to the cookie stroll because this is so good not to pass up. Would highly, highly recommend the Spaceship Earth cookie. I mean, you're at EPCOT. You're at the EPCOT Festival of the Holidays. You got to get the Spaceship Earth cookie, right? Especially if you're a caramel person. If you don't like caramel, then you might not like this. But the salted caramel is so good. You got a vanilla, like, it's either vanilla or it's shortbread. Either way, it's very soft on the top, and then a little bit of gingerbread on the bottom, and then some caramel right in the middle. Fantastic. Would highly recommend. Well, everybody, that is going to wrap up today's video here at EPCOT for the 2024 International Festival of the Holidays. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and as a friendly reminder, the Festival of the Holidays here at EPCOT will be running now until December 31st of this year, so you have plenty of time to experience it really the entire month of December. It started the day after Thanksgiving, and I'm here on December 1st experiencing it. And everything that I tried today was actually really, really, really good. I think my favorite thing was probably the beef dish from Canada. That was absolutely fantastic, but everything else was pretty darn good too. And we had a beautiful day to vlog here at EPCOT. I think the high is like 67 degrees today, and just absolutely fantastic. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, turn those notifications on. Check me out on Instagram as well. The link is down below, and Instagram threads. The link to that is in my Instagram bio. And again, you can find that in the link down below. But this has been It's a Small Vlog, your 2024 Festival of the Holidays. And with all that out of the way, have a magical day, everybody. Bye.